Peace Collective. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you guys times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. If you guys are ever interested in birth chart information, deep dives, personals, all that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, this channel is not specific to any particular zodiac sign. Each and every zodiac sign is very welcomed here with opened arms, okay? Please just take what resonates and leave the rest. If the message does not apply, let it fly. Readings are absolutely timeless. So if this is not the reading for you today, that's totally fine. There are plenty of other readings on this channel for you guys to tap into and to check out. At the time of this recording, we are still in Aries season. So happy birthday to any of you Arians out there. You could have Aries in your birth chart. I know I do. You could be involved with an Aries. If not, it does not matter. If you guys clicked here on this reading and you guys are here for a reason, okay? Make sure you guys leave a like, share if you care, subscribe if you have not already. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family, okay? So we're going to get into a new moon reading. As you guys know, I like to do check-ins and readings based upon the energy around lunation cycles, full moons, and new moons. So at the time of this recording, we just went through a new moon in Aries, okay? By the time you guys catch this reading, the new moon would have already passed. So the energy is starting to stabilize. We have about 7 planetary bodies in the sign of Aries at this time, okay? So I have some notes here, okay, just for some themes to look out for during this new moon cycle until the next new moon. And yeah, please take it as it resonates, you guys, okay? It may apply to the reading later on as well. So as you guys know, new moons are all about manifestations, planting seeds, having a new beginning, or at least planting the seeds to have a new beginning, okay? So with this new moon in Aries, like I mentioned, there are 7 planets at this time creating a stellium in the sign of Aries. So you have the moon, the sun, Mars, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron, okay? Chiron is not a planet, it's more of an asteroid, but yes, you're looking at a massive karmic reset, okay? So it's just a couple of things to look out for, okay? Is what you guys are embarking on at this time truly what you desire, okay? Because anything that you set forth at this point, and another thing too, it's pretty much the true genuine astrological new year. Yes, I know calendar new year is January 1st, but the true genuine astrological new year is around this time frame, okay? April. So whatever you guys are planting at this time, it's gonna set the stage for what's going to be showing up in your life over the next few years, okay? Saturn is asking for structure. Again, whatever you guys are embarking on at this time, taking action on, courageous, bold, intentful action, are you sure that it's something you want to last? Again, because you have Saturn in the mix as well, okay? Saturn is asking for structure applied to courageous action, making something last, okay? Aries energy can be a little impulsive, looking for immediate results, right? But again, with Saturn being there in the mix, that's asking for you guys to take courageous action, yes, however, towards something that's actually going to last, okay? You may not see a lot of immediate results with whatever it is you guys are trying to build or manifest at this time, okay? Stabilizing after taking action. So this new moon is actually happening in the 3rd decan of Aries, okay? So there are always 3 decans for each zodiac sign when it comes to the tarot. So the tarot card that would be representative of this new moon in Aries would be the 4 of Wands, okay, which is Venus ruled. Now, a lot of this Aries energy can feel almost like a little intense, almost like you want to pop off or something, or again, impulsive energy and needing immediate results. And Venus energy kind of kind of eases that a little bit, kind of brings a little bit more of a lightness to the heaviness that all this Aries energy can bring, a lot of aggression, right? Venus kind of cools things down a little bit. Now, again, the Four of Wands can create stability. It can represent celebrations. It can represent harmony, the household, the private life in the household, okay? Marriages as well. So this new moon is really setting the stage for, again, Saturn energy, for something that is going to create a lot of stability and longevity, okay? Healing the relationship with yourself or identity issues. Now, that would be Chiron at play. You guys can look up Chiron. You can look more into that on your own time if you'd like. But Chiron is kind of the wounded healer of the planetary alignments, okay? So with Chiron being in Aries, Aries being the sign of self-perseverance, I am. It can be a little selfish sometimes, right? But it's definitely healed. This new moon is going to highlight where you guys may need to heal the relationship, or how you talk to yourself, how you view yourself. Again, identity issues here. Okay, another theme with this new moon in Aries, past thoughts, habits, or behaviors no longer align with who you are becoming. Okay, so that could be past thoughts or habits or behaviors with yourself. Okay, again, Aries energy is about the self, or other people around you that no longer align with where you're going. Doesn't matter how many months, how many years you've known them, dealt with them, lived with them, slept with them, whatever. You're going to start to notice that. And then with this Aries energy being a little irritable almost, or it may enact acts of aggression or wanting to speak before you think versus thinking before you speak. It's going to come to the point where it's almost aggravating, irritating. You just can't deal with it anymore. Whatever these, again, thoughts, habits, behaviors from yourself or other people, it's just going to start to fall to the wayside if it hasn't already, okay? It's just going to become a little bit more prominent, a little bit more sharp, a little bit more clear, and it'll be easier for things to fall away, okay? Sharp, clearer understanding of how to move next after fogginess. So the reason why I'm bringing up fogginess, uncertainty, okay, is because Neptune is also in the mix here. Neptune can kind of be the planet of illusions, things that aren't all the way clear or set in stone. It could be a planet of spirituality, trust, surrender, right? Very different than Aries, okay? Think of the Aries person in your life and the Pisces person in your life. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Two very polar opposite energies, right? So Aries is asking for sharp, clear, intentional movement, and Neptune can kind of blur the lines. So you're going to realize a lot more sharper understanding of how to move next when it comes to certain people, places, or things. And even in moments of uncertainty, again, Neptune energy, you're still going to be encouraged or pushed to take bold action with more trust and more faith. Okay, this is not moving forward intentionally, but with fear and ego in the way. Oh, I don't know anymore. But even if you're uncertain of the outcome, this particular energy with all these planets in Aries, you're still going to want to go, even in the moment of feeling not certain of what's to come on the other side, which is really powerful and really good, okay? Sometimes, again, having trust, faith, and surrender is really important when it comes to taking action on our goals and our dreams, okay? Another theme here is being more deliberate about self-preservation and self-sufficiency. Now, there's a very thin line with selflessness and being selfish, right? Self-preservation and being selfish, very thin line there. Even self-sufficiency, there's a thin line between that and hyper-independence. So there may be a very significant highlight on where you guys are maybe giving too much, okay? Or maybe even being too hyper-independent. That might be something for y'all to release, for some of y'all as well, hyper-independency. I know personally for me, I have Saturn in Aries. I'm going through my Saturn return. I know for certain personally for myself, I have to release hyper independency because it's something that I've struggled with for years. And it's finally kind of hitting a nail on the head for me personally. But okay, put that where it makes sense for you in your life. Okay, again, being more deliberate about self-preservation and self-sufficiency, not being afraid to be independent. For those of you that may have been a little too codependent on a situation or a person. Okay, if you guys are nervous about being more independent, not relying on somebody, then you're doing the right thing. Okay, acting with awareness and purpose and not impulsivity. Okay, thinking before we speak or before we react. Okay, are we speaking just to react? Are we responding just to react? Or are we responding or are we speaking because we're listening to what people are saying? Right? Are we moving forward or again speaking, handling situations with purpose and clear awareness and understanding versus impulsivity? Okay, two very different things. And I just said a few minutes ago how all of these planets in Aries may create the energy to either want to pop off or again speak before you think or act before you think when it needs to be the other way around. Okay, another thing too, you have the right to be where you desire to be. That goes back hand in hand with what I mentioned about the relationship with the self or identity issues. Some of you guys may not feel like you deserve X, Y, and Z, or you don't belong in X, Y, Z spaces or rooms because you've never done A, B, C, or whatever. And that is so not true. Okay, you have the right to be exactly where you desire to be and where your spirit team, where God is aligning you, even if you feel uncertain or nervous about the outcome. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. I'm channeling as well while I'm doing this, and my channels start to get a little funky, and my allergies will act up. So give me 1 second, guys. My bad, guys. I had to get my life in order real quick. But yeah, again, acting with awareness and not impulsivity. Okay, even when it comes to making decisions, make sure you're not making decisions out of impulse. Okay. Or because, someone said something you don't like, now you cut them off for the rest of your life. No, maybe the situation just needed a little bit more understanding, okay? Feeling strong and confident in places you may have felt insecure or quote unquote not ready, okay? There's going to be a lot of that where you guys may feel like you're not ready for something, but you actually are ready. That's just fear and ego getting in the way, trying to hold you back, okay? Feeling confident in places where you may have felt insecure originally, okay? This could be even trying new things that maybe you were afraid to try and just never did it a year ago, 2 years ago, and now you may feel more confident to go ahead and do those things, okay? Whatever those might be, because I know it's going to be different for everybody, so please apply it where it makes the most sense for you, okay? Don't be afraid or resist where you are meant to be empowered. Okay, so like I mentioned before, just as an example, some of you guys may be in the energy or will be in the energy of needing to release codependency and being okay with being more self-sufficient or independent. Don't be afraid of that and don't resist that because it's your spirit team trying to empower you that you are perfectly fine and just as good as who you are without being attached to X, Y, and Z. Okay, or whoever these things, people, places are. Okay, don't resist where you're meant to be empowered. You guys are going to be put in some very uncomfortable situations, but you may have to be a little uncomfortable for a little while to get very comfortable. I really hope that makes sense, okay? And also, too, with Neptune and the moon at play, the thought or the dream of a new beginning, now it's time for it to become a reality. Okay, you guys, all of those ideas you have, business ideas to move, start a new career, start a new job, start a business, maybe have kids for some of you guys. Those may have been thoughts or just sitting very idle in the mind space. Well, now, again, you've got 7 planets in the sign of Aries, which is asking for courageous, bold action taking. There is no room for that anymore, for things just to be sitting in your mind. Like, now it's time to go ahead and take action And with Mars and Saturn being at play here in Aries as well, these things are now becoming tangible. They're becoming a reality. And for those of you that are still sitting on the break, you're not going to be sitting on the break any longer. Otherwise, the energy is going to become so, like I mentioned before, irritable, uncomfortable, agitating, aggravating. You're not going to feel like you have a choice but to get up and do something about it. Okay? Either you or somebody else around you. All right? The universe has a very funny way of doing that. If we just sit on something too long, it will literally force you into a tower moment or into a new situation that could have been avoided. Just saying, y'all. Just saying. Okay? But yeah, we're going to get into some Moonology cards like we always do for these lunation readings. And then we'll dive into some angel numbers for you guys after that, okay? What is the collective to hear at this time? Please and thank you. What does the collective need to hear at this time? Please and thank you for this new moon in Aries, please. What is this? Yeah, already, here it is, okay? Be bold and make the first move. It literally says a cardinal moon, okay? Some of you guys could be a cardinal sign. A cardinal moon is what we're in right now, Aries, okay? At least at the time of this recording, and this new moon energy is pretty potent, okay? Be bold and make the first move, a cardinal moon. Now, a cardinal sign could be important between you or someone else around you. Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra are all cardinal signs, okay? But let's see. Be bold and make the first move. I mean, you can't be any more clear than that, right? But let's see. Why is this here? A time to give rather than to take. It says new moon in Virgo. So I mentioned earlier, like there's a thin line between like overgiving and being selfless. And there's a thin line between self-preservation and selfishness. Okay, so for some of you guys with this new moon in Virgo, maybe someone here has been a little selfish in your energy, or this is you. Okay, so it's saying it's a time to give rather than to take. Now, I feel like a lot of you guys have already been very heavy givers. Maybe this could be even giving to yourself, okay? Maybe switch this card around a little bit. What I'm getting intuitively, it's like it's time to give to yourself, okay? Virgo is all about is about service to others, doing for others, needing to be used essentially. But you know, who's doing for you, collective, while you're out here doing for everybody else, right? Okay. So some of you guys could be doing that more. And again, be bold and make the first move. Don't feel shy. Don't be afraid. Don't feel bad for telling people no. Don't feel bad for doing something nice for yourself, okay? A time to give rather than to take. I definitely feel like intuitively this is definitely more of like giving to yourself for those of you that have felt like you've been giving too much to a particular person, place, or thing or situation, okay? You guys are already very like natural givers, I feel like. So it's just maybe now who's going to give to you, right? With this new moon in Virgo. We actually had a lunar eclipse in Virgo not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? Maybe a few months ago. Why is this here, please? Luck is on your side. Another new moon energy, okay? New moon in Sagittarius. Very nice. Luck is on your side. But I feel like for some of you guys, you may not feel like that. You may not see it. A lot of you guys just don't trust enough. If I'm going to be real with you, what I'm getting from this, you don't trust enough. And the new moons, they're always completely blacked out. You don't see the brighter side of the moon when a new moon phase is happening. Also, too, new moons are about planting seeds and manifestation. So obviously, if you guys are just now starting or beginning something, you're not going to see immediate results. Okay, this is definitely a heavy lunation period of what are you willing to take action on? What are you willing to be consistent on? And stay the course, even if you're not seeing results, okay? Again, Saturn is at play here. It's looking for longevity. It's looking for something that's going to last, stand the test of time. This is not a get-rich-quick energy at all, you guys, okay? If this is a relationship thing, this is not the time for hit it and quit it, those hot, steamy flings. They're going to feel very enticing. It's going to feel heavy and strong, but it's not going to last if you don't put the effort or work in. Okay, luck is on your side, but some of you guys are not seeing that, possibly. Okay, what is this? I'm gonna get one more of these and we'll switch decks, you guys. And some of you guys are not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel because you haven't taken any type of bold, courageous action yet. You know, I'm not saying to get up and quit your job tomorrow, but someone here just definitely needs to get their foot off the brake a little bit, is what I'm getting with this. Even if that means taking your foot off the brake when doing something good for yourself. Again, y'all gotta apply this stuff, this message where it makes the most sense for you at this time. Okay, wherever Aries is at in your birth chart, that's where this is going to be very significant. Okay, if you have an Aries first house, that's what you're gonna need to work on. If you have an Aries fourth house, that's where these themes are gonna make more sense. Okay, why is it here, please? Oh, okay. Believe in the impossible. And there goes the blue moon. That kind of goes hand in hand with that Neptune energy. Again, Neptune is also in Aries at this time, so it may kind of blur the lines. Neptune is also asking you to just trust where you may not see things all the way clearly. Believe in the impossible, okay? And when they say, once in a blue moon, that usually means something very rare, something that doesn't happen all the time, okay? You guys are like, I'm hearing once in a lifetime experience. You're a once in a lifetime experience for somebody. Or you could feel that way about somebody else, okay? Or there's a once in a lifetime experience kind of waiting for you to go ahead and grab a hold of it, take action on it. This could be a once in a lifetime love experience, career experience, traveling experience, okay? Expansion. But some of y'all are not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Emotions are running high. You've got a super moon here. And it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. Then you have step out of your comfort zone. All this purple, okay? Purple is crown chakra energy, royalty, loyalty, okay? Divinity. Some of you guys have like very strong spiritual gifts, but maybe you don't trust them or something. Step out of your comfort zone. I mentioned that earlier. Like some of you guys you're going to feel a little uncomfortable, but you got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. I really hope that makes sense, okay? But with the assistance of all of these planetary bodies occupying Aries, it being ruled by Venus, again, the third decan is where this new moon is occurring. The third decan is represented by the Four of Wands, which equates to stability, okay? It shouldn't be too difficult to go ahead and take action on certain things. Some of y'all are just thinking a little too hard and not having enough faith is definitely what I'm getting. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but I got to be real about what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing, okay? I'm going to get a couple angel numbers for you guys as well. Believe in the impossible. Some of you guys also, I'm getting intuitively, some of you guys may feel like, somebody will never change. Somebody will never get their get back. Some of you guys feel like someone hasn't paid for what they've done to you. I don't know why I'm getting that intuitively, but they will. They will. It's not on our time. It's not on our clock. It's only on God's time. Okay? And I mentioned earlier, this is a massive karmic reset. Whatever it is y'all decide to do, that's what's going to last. You decide to walk away and leave somebody in the past, that's where they're going to stay. Okay? If that's what you're going to manifest or put into the atmosphere at this time, that's what's going to stay. If you want to work on a relationship, you want to be with somebody, you want to reconcile with somebody, you got to believe that they can be the person you need them to be and allow them the room to heal and grow and change. Because this other person is going through a karmic reset just like you are. So if you choose to reconcile with them, you choose to be with them, then that's what it's going to be. So you have to choose. You got to pick. Some of you guys have not picked, or again, you haven't made any action on what it is y'all want to do. But once you decide, you got to make sure that's what it is you really want. Are you sure you really want to stop fucking with this person? Because once you decide to do that, they're going to stay in the past. Are you sure you want to stay with this person? Because that's how it's going to be. And the universe is going to align it to where they're going to be who you need them to be. And that's going to last. So you got to pick which side of the fence you want to be on, because that's where you're going to stay. I really hope that makes sense, you guys, okay? 1010 is showing up. The month of October could be important. It says trust the journey, clarity, patience, insight, happiness, self-discovery. Okay, I mentioned earlier healing the relationship with the self, unconditional love and progress. So it says it's time to turn your long-held ideas into action. Didn't I say a little while ago, some of y'all have let things sit in your mind too fucking long. There's no more time or room for that. Okay, soon you'll connect with the right people, encounter favorable circumstances, and access the necessary resources. As a result, you'll experience joy and new opportunities. Trust the journey and have faith in the process. Okay, literally the card says trust the journey. Okay, even the bumpy roads in this journey. Okay, it's for a reason. Redirection is solely just protection. Okay, or rejection is just redirection. Rejection is protection. Okay, why is this here? Oh, nice. 55. So the month of May can be important. Someone can be 55 years old, the 5th day of a month. Okay, transformation, change, opportunity, another energy of momentum, process, success, and achievement. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a beneficiary, enriching your life and experience. I really like that. You are a beneficiary of your circumstances, not a victim. Okay, all it is just enriching your life circumstances. By embracing and adapting to change, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Trust that everything is unfolding for the best. You are achieving your goals, and everything will work out perfectly in the end. And I mentioned earlier, you guys, even though you may not see it clearly with these 2 dark new moons, even though you may not see it clearly, okay, it's like y'all can feel something like bubbling underneath your skin, but maybe it hasn't physically manifested yet. Okay, and also too, if this has to do with another individual in your energy, okay, embracing and adapting to change, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. If you're not going to embrace some type of changes that somebody is making or setting themselves up for, and you're going to keep yourself in the same cycle, you guys, okay? Some of you guys may not believe or trust or even think somebody could be different, be better, be healed or whatever. And that's just not true, because you healed, you changed, you're better. Some of y'all are going through it, right? So why can't that apply for whoever this other person is that I'm picking up for some of y'all? Just something to think about, okay? Let's see, Liza, can we get one more, please? And then, what is this? 101. Okay, the month of January could be significant for some of you guys, or again, the month of October. Starting over, wisdom, transformation, resilience, growth, empowerment, and new beginnings, which is, again, heavy new moon energy, okay? Happiness stems from self-expression, growth, and experience. View failures as steps to deeper wisdom. Didn't I just say a few minutes ago how rejection is only protection? Okay? Happiness is real, achievable, and all around you. Appreciate both the small and significant moments on your journey. Failures are opportunities for renewal. Embrace the fresh start ahead. Okay? Very nice. I mentioned earlier how some of you guys could be releasing hyper independency and maybe trusting that someone could change and be there for you. Or some of you guys are releasing codependency, and you're understanding and realizing you can be there for yourself in the absence of somebody who was always around or there for you. Friend, family member, lover, husband, wife, whatever. Again, like I mentioned before, if you guys are looking to release, you got to choose that's what you really want to do, because that's exactly what's going to happen. If you guys want to heal, reconcile, or want something to change, it's kind of already in the process of that, but you have to trust and believe that that's actually what's happening, okay, in order to have a new beginning here. Some of y'all could really be blocking your own blessings or your own new beginnings here, or this is someone else in your energy. I'm not here to call nobody out, but it's just what I'm seeing, okay? I don't know what deck I want to use. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get some of these romance angels. I wasn't even gonna go there, but I'll get some of those, okay? this is making any sense to y'all, definitely leave a like on the video, share if you care, okay? Subscribe. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family. But what is this, please, for the collective? Yeah, look, healing family issues, okay? It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So for some of you guys, either you or someone around you could have like an issue with the family, okay? Or maybe children. Some of you guys could have kids that you have issues with, or they have issues with you or whatever, but there's someone here or a situation is going through a very massive shift, a karmic reset, okay? Someone here may be working on their relationship with their parents as well. Interesting. Okay. Or just family issues in general. Okay. Some of you guys maybe give too much to family and you guys are realizing that it's time to give back to yourself. Okay. Which may incite some type of family issues. However, I mentioned earlier, you might have to get a little uncomfortable to get comfortable. Don't be afraid or worried about people falling off to the wayside just for the simple fact you set healthy boundaries. If people are falling off to the wayside, disappearing just for the simple fact you set healthy boundaries for self-preservation, they were never meant to last long any fucking way, okay? What is this for the collective? Codependency. You can't make this stuff up. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, maybe not so much addictions to any type of substances or gambling, shopping, or anything like that. Now, of course, some of you guys, someone could have really been healing from codependency issues when it comes to drugs and alcohol, but I'm not really getting much of that. Someone here may just not be used to being alone. Someone could be trying to get more comfortable with being alone. Okay, addictions are affecting your romantic life, but there's a change going on here. Someone could literally be releasing a drug habit or some type of addiction problem. And maybe someone here, either you or this person, they're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Little do they know their consistency and, again, having faith and trust in the process is actually going to lead them to a very healthy, happier place. Okay, either you or another person. Let me get one more on this, please. Make the effort. Yeah, that's definitely Saturn energy, okay? Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, believe in the impossible. Someone here want to make some type of effort towards you. Or you want to make an effort towards somebody, collective, or make more of an effort in your relationship. And look, wedding. That might be why someone here wants to make the effort, because they want to marry you. This situation involves marriage. Okay, or some of you guys could have already been married. And it's almost like your spirit team is asking you or asking someone else around you in this marriage, the other spouse, obviously, to make some type of effort. Okay, also, again, for some of you guys, maybe you need to make the effort to release codependency and heal. Okay, maybe do some shadow work for some of you, so you guys can receive great love and, again, release codependency here in a healthy fashion. Okay, and you have wedding here. This situation involves marriage. Very nice. I'm telling you right now, you guys, if you want something to work, it can work. If you decide to walk away, that's fine too. All you're going to do is just embark on a brand new fucking journey anyway. That's going to result in very beautiful things, but you got to be willing to take the action toward it or feel confident to do so. Don't just do it just to be doing it or out of spite, impulsivity. It's got to have intent, purpose, awareness, all of that has to be included. Okay, we're gonna get into some tarot, you guys. Again, if this is making any sense to y'all, you guys like this style of reading, definitely leave a like. It is free 99 to do so. Okay, yeah, you guys to be seeing these angel numbers more often. 101, 1010, 555, maybe 1111. Okay, I saw 6161 earlier. You guys might see that a lot. I don't even know what that one means, but you might see that too. 6161. Okay. Oh, nice. Bottom of the deck, you have the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Nice. So someone here can be very much so deep in their feelings and their emotions about you, or this is you. Okay, deep in your feelings or emotions. King of Cups, King of Wands is like taking action on something. Okay, someone here is thinking a lot more than they are taking action. Some of y'all may have a choice between two masculines here. Okay, a King of Cups or a King of Wands. What is this? Some of y'all may have to make a choice. Oh boy, what is this? Why is here for the collective? Again, I have be bold, make the first move. Luck is on your side. Oh, isn't that a saying? Fortune favors the bold. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a real saying from back in the day. Fortune favors the bold. Well, that's what I'm hearing. Okay. Oh, talk about fortune. Wheel of Fortune. That's crazy. You can't make this shit up. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus. So yeah, you guys really have like all the tools in the box to make whatever it is you want happen to occur. You got to be very mindful of what you speak, what you think, because it will affect your Wheel of Fortune. If you're going to put out negativity, thinking negativity, anticipating negativity, then that's how your wheel is going to turn. Okay. I just heard like you are the master of your own reality. I don't know if that's a popular saying, but I just heard it. You are the master of your own reality. The Magician, is a very powerful manifester. They're good at a lot of fucking things. Some of you guys could be a jack of all trades. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny, fate, karma, things moving in a very positive fashion for the most part. Okay. It's almost like whatever you got, exactly what you guys manifested is kind of like right at the door for you, but it's a matter of if you're going to open the door or not. Or if you're going to go ahead and again, kind of put your foot on the gas, wherever your car is trying to drive you, you got to put your foot on the gas to get there, right? So yeah, something here is turning in your favor. Very nice. Wheel of Fortune. Someone could be traveling soon or manifesting a dream vacation, a dream trip. This is a really great, powerful, potent time to be doing burning bowls, you guys. Manifestation rituals, okay? I don't think a new moon could have fell on a better day, but besides a Friday. So, yeah, let's see. Queen of Pentacles. Very nice, okay? Capricorn energy. So some of you guys are manifesting more money, or you're about to see a massive shift in your finances, but some of you guys are just not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel or something. Queen of Pentacles is usually a wife, someone who's very comfortable. They're very good at what they do when it comes to money and finances. They're structured, stable, emotionally and financially for the most part, okay? Queen of Pentacles takes very good care of their home. Some of you guys could be moving. Congratulations. That might be your Wheel of Fortune. Congratulations. Moving into a new home or buying a new home, okay? I already mentioned earlier, one of these cards at the bottom said a wedding. Okay, Queen of Pentacles is definitely more of like a wife or a husband if you're a man, okay? Wow, interesting. You're achieving your goals and everything will work out in the end. But for some of you guys, it's like, for those of you that were married, or if you currently are married, some of you guys may be afraid or nervous to like leave a situation or manifest a new beginning for yourself because you're so used to a situation, or you're codependent on this situation or this person, not even realizing you're codependent on a situation or a person, okay? Or this is another person in your energy codependent on you, right? What is this? Oh, Ace of Cups. Very nice. Love, romance, new love for the most part, having an abundance or overflow of love and emotions. I told you, you guys, I'm telling you, if you decide to walk away or leave something alone, you're going to be rewarded. You're going to be, it's all it's going to do is just be replenished with something better, fresher, more renewed. I see you guys healing your finances as well. Congratulations. Someone could literally be like in love with you, collective, as well as what I'm seeing. But I feel like they have to make the effort toward this transformation, toward this growth, toward whatever this change is, or trusting the journey towards this massive karmic reset. It's almost like, how do I explain this? It's almost like putting your body through a detox. It's not comfortable. You might sweat. You might have to use the bathroom a lot, multiple times a day. But once the detox is over, you feel lighter. You feel refreshed. Your skin is glowing. Your hair is growing thicker and stronger. Your nails are stronger, whatever. Someone here is going through like a massive detox, okay? Either you or this other person is going to make somebody feel a lot more whole, renewed, restored is what I just heard, okay? Wow, very nice. Yeah, literally, I have a card here, 101, starting over. Happiness is real, achievable, and all around you. Someone here may also have a codependent relationship on money and finances is what I'm receiving. Okay, someone here may have an emotional tie to their financial stability. And I feel like I'm talking to myself with that because my money is not right, my emotions are not right. But that's a form of codependency, you guys, okay? What is this? Knight of Swords. Okay. I think this is Gemini energy, if I'm not mistaken. Knight of Swords is definitely a sense of urgency, rushing in, a little bit of impulsivity. Okay, I mentioned earlier in the reading, you guys can rewind if you need to. Any type of action you guys take has to be made with intent and purpose and awareness, not impulsivity or just out of spite. Okay, think before you speak, think before you act. Knight of Swords, okay? That's also a lifestyle change. Someone here could view you as their happiness, like literally, okay? With this make the effort, believe in the impossible. Yeah, and it says great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So if you guys are being guided to walk away from something, then do that. If you guys feel as though you're being guided to heal something with somebody, then do that. This could also be this other person in your energy being guided towards you to make some type of effort with a sense of urgency. Maybe some type of communication is coming in, hence them making the effort, okay? Someone may feel like you won't even answer the phone or answer the door, answer their call, but they won't know that until they do what? Make the effort, right? Making this effort toward a lifestyle change. The Knight of Swords is definitely a lifestyle change as well. And it's something that someone here, again, is definitely ready to take action on. King of Cups. You can't make this up. Here it is. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone being heavy in their feelings, heavy in their emotions, having a lot that they feel, but maybe not saying a whole lot. Okay, King of Cups is definitely like a husband or a wife. If you're a female, that's fine. Some of you guys are literally manifesting new love here, or I'm hearing like a devoted partner, a devoted husband, a devoted wife. Oh, you can't make this up. I wasn't even ready, and here it is, a devoted husband, a devoted wife. Four of Wands is literally the marriage card. And didn't I say earlier in my breakdown how this new moon in Aries is ruled, or I should say it's happening in the decan of the Four of Wands. And here it is, stability, marriage, reconciliation. This is twin flame energy, 11-11. Okay. I mentioned too, some of you guys could be moving, but maybe you guys are like kind of keeping your cards close to your chest as you create this stability, because King of Cups is not offering up a whole lot of information. They feel a lot, they may be doing a lot, but they're not saying a whole lot. Okay, so someone here could be like, damn, I don't know why I heard it like that, deathly in love with you. I don't know why I heard it like that, but they could want to marry you, literally settle down, create stability here with you. But this person could be still, again, healing, going through something, or healing some type of codependent energy that they're in as well, if this is not you. It's almost like the love or like the life you've manifested is literally like kind of right here at the doorstep. And some of you guys may have felt like things weren't happening, they weren't showing up, all this, all that, I get it. Okay, but you got to keep in mind, we just finished wrapping up the last 3 months of continued shedding, the last little remnants of shedding that needed to happen, because I mentioned way earlier in the reading, the true, genuine astrological new year is around this time, the spring equinox, okay? Easter time, April. It's not January. I get that's the calendar new year, but that's not the real genuine new year, okay? Everything's dead. It's cold. The plants aren't alive. Everything comes back to life, what? In the springtime in April. So, you know, you think about that literally, okay? So something here is about to bloom or like take off or really shift once these last little remnants of shedding and karmic reset occur. And again, some of you guys not having faith or trusting that something is going to work, or Someone here is changing, healing is exactly why you haven't seen the results yet, if I'm going to be real with you. And look, here's the transformation, the death card, Scorpio. Massive shift and transformation. Yeah, it's almost like the old version of something or somebody is completely dead and gone, okay? Oh, what is this? Ooh, the Tower. But some of y'all are not expecting this. So like you don't see it coming, this shift, this change. Definitely Mars energy. Aries, Scorpio. Oh, wow. And here it is. Oh, man. You can't make this shit up. I swear. Here it is. Y'all are not expecting this. Please come back to me, text me, email me, get in the comments when this shit happens, because y'all are not going to believe it. You're not going to believe me when I say it. I know you're not. I know you don't. The Lovers, the Fool, again, taking that leap of faith, Aquarius, Aries energy, trusting that everything's going to work out. The Fool hasn't been jaded yet. The Fool hasn't been, chopped and screwed through life. They have faith. They have trust. They're willing to jump off that cliff because they know something beautiful is going to happen at the end, okay? You have the Lovers here. Ooh, the Lovers, Gemini energy. And then here's the Ten of Pentacles. You cannot make this up. It's giving like an unexpected shift, an unexpected change, or an unexpected maybe love offer all of a sudden after you've released, if that's what y'all decided to do. If you guys decide to stick on the other side of the fence of healing and reconciling with somebody, you're not even going to expect them to come through or for this to work. Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. I'm telling you, somebody here sees you as like their husband or their wife, or again, y'all have already been married. And maybe you're releasing codependency and walking away from this, and all you're gonna do is just be rewarded unexpectedly with something beautiful. Okay, a real genuine soulmate here. Some of you guys could be releasing a twin flame dynamic for a soulmate, or the other way around, okay? This is more of a twin flame for me, the Lovers card for sure, but it's genuine, it's real. And with the Ten of Pentacles, that's longevity, stability, okay? Someone that wants to build a life, that's definitely Saturn energy, okay? Again, anything that's built off impulsivity is not going to last. I'm telling you right now, okay? It will crash and burn with this Tower. So please be intentful and purposeful when it comes to the moves and the decisions you're making. If there's something here you know that you want, but your ego or your fear is telling you otherwise, you gotta stop listening to that. Either you or your person, okay? The Lovers and Ten of Pentacles, you could build some type of family or generational wealth with somebody here. You just don't fucking see it, or you don't expect it. It's gonna really surprise the shit out of you. Or some type of new relationship here after you chose to release. It's gonna surprise you because you may feel like you'll never be married again, or never find love again. This, that, and the third, okay? This is really nice. Wow. What is this? Oh, the Empress. You can't make this up. I think I'm going to end this reading here. And here's the Queen of Cups. We already had the King of Cups show up. That's a divine counterpart. You and a particular person could be like very intuitive or spiritually inclined, psychics. Okay, the Strength card. Maybe a Leo could be significant. You guys are being called to have faith and have courage. The Empress. Like literally, someone here is taking action toward their Emperor or their Empress, Libra, Taurus. Very nice. Or a massive lifestyle change. Someone is growing up. Someone's maturing. You just don't see that yet. Ah! You can't make this up. And here is the Emperor. Okay? The Tower, Emperor, and the Empress. It's giving like an unexpected, shocking proposal. An unexpected what? Wedding, marriage. Okay? Or again, this might be like release, a divorce for some of you guys, a massive breakup, but it's going to feel so rewarding. It's going to feel so like just liberating. And you guys are not going to expect a massive shift in your own personal life, growth, prosperity, abundance here, maybe even more emotional maturity is what I'm seeing after you release something or somebody. Again, if that's what you choose to do. But you have to choose one or the other and not be sitting on the fence anymore, because either way you choose, that's exactly what you want is going to occur. But you have to trust that's what's going to occur. I really hope that makes sense. And you have the Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords. Some of you guys being in the land of confusion with the Seven of Cups is why you're still stuck or feeling trapped. Okay. Eight of Swords can be insecurity, you know, not feeling good enough, or negative self-down talk and things like that, okay? With the Seven of Cups, it's like some of y'all may have a lot of fucking options, but you're not even seeing that because maybe you hold yourself back because of how you talk to yourself and things like that, okay? Now, this could also be the energy of somebody else here. Again, curious about you, fantasizing, wondering about you, in their head a lot about you, insecure about you because of how much they're in love with you here. Okay, or how beautiful you are. It's like almost anybody could have you. If you're a man, how handsome you are, anybody could have you if they wanted to. Or, you know, or I should say, yeah, you could have anybody is what I should say. You could have anybody on this planet is what it's giving. Or someone feels that way about you, but maybe you don't feel this way about yourself. Or this person doesn't feel this way about themselves, which is in the same breath kind of holding them back from exactly what they want, which could be you. Okay? Look, Ace of Pentacles, but you can expect an offer. Expect an offer, you guys. Someone can literally be like ring shopping or something. You just don't know that. Okay? Yeah, trying to invest in something abundant, and something real, something tangible. Okay? Very nice, you guys. This is very nice energy. I just feel like the only thing here is some of y'all are not anticipating it, or you're not even leaving the room for some of y'all for this to come through, because you could be like in a negative mindset or expecting the worst, and you got to be careful, because if that's what you expect, that's what you put out in the atmosphere, then that's all that's going to come back. So be very careful. I shuffled, here it is again, Ace of Pentacles, increasing your finances, actual tangible money, something that's going to last. This is the seed that's being planted, or that has been planted. Okay? Very nice, you guys. Very, very nice. I think I'm going to leave this reading here, though, because I didn't even mean for this to go that long. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope that you guys were able to take something away from this. I hope that it was insightful to a certain degree. Yeah, I really hope that this was helpful. This new moon in Aries energy is so potent. The rest of these planets in Aries for the next couple of weeks is very potent. So embrace it. Utilize this energy, okay? Don't let it go to waste. Don't let it go to waste. And you can't make this up. You've got the King of Pentacles and the Chariot here. That's another divine counterpart, Queen of Pentacles. So it's like, you know, you have the green light to take action on something, or your finances are about to make a massive increase. It's going to really be a shocker to you, or you're just not seeing it coming. And having that, yeah, look, Nine of Cups. Happiness, success, some type of achievement here. Congratulations. But you gotta stay the course. You gotta stay patient. Have the faith as well. Faith and patience goes a very long way. I say that all the time. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but once it's applied, you'll see. You'll see, okay? I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna leave this reading here. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.